Hey, what's up? I'm Decimal here in Berlin, Superbooth, day one. Let's go. Check out some gear. All right, first off is audio. Next stop is Buchla.
Our touch-sensitive input device.
Nice.
And right now it's being used as a MIDI controller exclusively, so it's just running some. We've got some VSTs and we're showing off the pressure capability.
Oh, awesome.
And then it also, you get CV out from your strips and from pitch and pressure, and of course gate. So you can use this for Euro rack too.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah.
So it has the 1 volt per octave. I can't really bring it outside. Electricity and all those things.
Oh shit.
Sorry, you haven't got the solar powered version yet. You haven't got the solar powered version yet.
Next stop is Euterpe. Synthesizer Laboratories.
Favilla, which invent the rhythm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We have a straight.
Oh, noise. Nice.
Then the bass is made here, but only the CV is from the, so only the line.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The MIDI line.
Yeah.
So. And we are paired, we are chained.
Yeah.
So the main beat comes from here.
Yeah.
Scusa. Ok, volevo... So, ok.
Oh, yeah. That's BPM.
Yeah, but okay, this oscillation, this device, the turntable, drive both systems.
Now we're going to Mayer's Electronic Music Instruments.
So this is the lovely side of the machine.
Yeah. And how many voices?
16.
16 voices.
Yeah.
Next stop is Elektron. Yo, now it's time to play the Yamaha DX7. This is the second revision of it. Time to try out the Polyend Tracker Mini. Time to try out the Tempera OMG. Okay, yeah.
So this has 4,000, a pool of 4,000 grains. Okay,
That's a lot.
and these grains are not allocated per voice. Okay, so you can either put all of these grains to one voice, or spread them out across voices.
And then how many voices are
There's 16 voice polyphony,
Okay.
per voice filters,
Yeah.
per voice modulators, LFOs, envelopes, a great reverb, and this is a prototype unit, but we'll have more effects later on.
And when is it coming out?
So this is the first day that we're showing this. So
Yeah.
these are prototype units. We're collecting feedback,
Yeah.
learning stuff.
Okay.
And I can't say at the moment when this will go live, but soon. Okay, but you
Yeah.
can look at the samples,
Okay.
like this, but you cannot see them play. We try
Yeah.
to abstract this away so you don't worry too much about the waveform.
Ah, okay,
We don't
okay,
want
I got
people
it,
to
yeah.
look at the waveform and the transients because it only tells you that dynamic anyway.
Yeah. And I guess with this way, it's a lot more like intuitive.
Yeah. We want people to explore the sound without using their
The grains,
habits
yeah.
too much about waveforms.
It's really different, like, which is nice to have something that's just like so unique. Yeah. Let's go see what Sleepy Circuits are up to.
Yeah, so this is the new thing. This is called the Mezzz. It's a wearable wireless MIDI controller that has haptics. So it's going to be hard to tell on video, obviously, but it makes a click for every MIDI value, and then when you reach, here, the one that actually does something, when it reaches the end, it stops making clicks. So you actually know when you've reached the end of the value. Obviously, this works with both audio and video applications, but I'm working on a cross-platform app that's going to be completely like next-generation video synthesizer.
Yeah.
This is a demo. I'm not sure if this exact visual is going to make it into the final thing, but this is actually a ray tracing demo where you have functions being displayed in the 3D space.
And is this demo, it's like a built-in iOS app?
I built this app and
you built the app. Okay, okay,
so
cool.
it's a native engine. It compiles to native metal shaders. And
What's the programming language?
C++,
Okay.
but as opposed to this, which was programmed in OpenGL.
Okay.
I'm using
that's an
Vulkan
OpenGL.
for this,
Alright,
which is the next generation of it, which should let me squeeze out even more performance out of it. And it's going to run on your phone with this ultra portable thing. It's going to be really portable. Right? It's going to be
Yeah, and are you guys
desktop as well.
are you guys planning on releasing this before the app, or are they going to come out together? Is that something?
I think together and similar to the Hypno, I'm
Okay.
going to keep pushing it, keep making it better and better in terms of the app. I'd like to ship this and have like the basic app come with it for free with this controller.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
after all, I'm doing video synthesis.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, yeah.
That's really cool.
But I hope it's going to be, with little synths on your phone, it's really fun too.
Yeah.
Because you can have like the keyboard on your phone and then you tweak the apps. And you have 8 here, all of these you can click into the different pages.
Oh, wow.
So this is
Yeah.
actually 64 controls in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, because you could flip through it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome.
So likewise, I hope it's helpful for like Touch Designer, Max MSP
Yeah.
people who do want to program their own stuff. But because I really feel like my strong suit is building these ultra compact UI user interfaces. So it is audio reactive. It's just a little laggy because the back end I need to get the native Apple backend for it as opposed to the one I'm using now.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
With the iPad and the camera on there, as you can imagine, it's going to be a really nice plug and play video synthesis fun.
Wow. So I have another question. I'm an Android user, PC. Will this app be available for that?
So it should work because Vulkan can actually compile the shaders for any platform.
Okay.
Including DirectX for Windows.
Okay.
The thing about Android is their audio stuff sucks, so the audio might actually be this laggy on Android. Because Android audio stuff, the SDKs are really bad. Unfortunately.
Well, I would mostly probably use it on a desktop PC, which will be beefy. So
I definitely want it on desktop, right? Because that's where I can really fucking.
It's gonna rip on that.
Yeah.
Fucking do everything I want to do.
Yeah, and if you have like a beefy graphics card, it's like
Now time to head to Dreadbox. Yay, my favorite Dreadbox.
We're back to preset 1. I'm pressing it to load it. What's the sound? Controlling the filter from all of them. And on top of that, you can do like, okay, I'm having this one now. You can see that the lights become more bright when the module is active. So you can see like have these 3 nodes. So I'm controlling all of them together. But for example, I want this to be a bit different, and I'm controlling only this one, and then I want to control this one. You can do a lot of crazy stuff.
this is something really.
For example, listen.
brings out too, they have a field bus and a field Jeep. I think that's what it is. Let's go. New device alert. New device alert.
Over USB, we have 12 channels.
We could 12 channels.
Over USB, yeah. And we have a three. We have
hardware for it, or how many inputs are there?
I mean, this. If you connect this one over USB, you can record all 12 channels.
Yeah. It's connected. It's combination with this one.
Yeah. But otherwise, you have 3 stereo inputs, so it's 6 channels.
6 channels. Okay. Yeah. Could you also like load like an audio file on it and then like okay.
So you can put multi-track wave files on there and play them back.
Nice.
And it also supports FLAC.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I mean, eventually you probably have the MP3 or whatever, but we haven't done that yet.
Yeah. And what's the like the memory, onboard memory?
It's 128 gigs.
Okay. That's pretty big.
So I think it's like 120 gigs usable memory or something like that.
Yeah. Are there any onboard effects?
Not on tape, no.
Yeah.
But with this, you can record all multi-tracks instead if you want to.
Nice.
Pardon? Yeah, it's a built-in microphone here. Yeah. So you can. It's mostly for recording like voice memos to take notes or whatever with this button here. And that only even works if it's shut off. You can just still. It will start when you hold this. Does it?
Alright, so I just talked to some guys from Teenage Engineering and I told them how much I love pocket operators, but I also had to ask them what's up with there's no availability. The KO is available but not the other ones. So they said there's actually they have to work with old hardware, so they're making an effort to try to have them back in stock one day, but again they have to kind of go back in time to when they originally made them. And yeah, they were just like working on getting them back to production one day because they are really hard to find right now. So hopefully one day we can get some more original pocket operators besides the KO. The KO is definitely the one that's like currently available. I also did probe a little bit about a pocket operator 2.0. They said they're definitely interested, and if it was in the works they wouldn't tell me. And yeah, they were very vague on that, so I wouldn't put my hopes too high up on it, but I was trying to like poke them and be like, that's what I want a version 2.0. So yeah.
Hey, if you made it this far, I want to thank you very much for watching day 1 of Superbooth. I'm going to be covering all 3 days, and I'm very tired, so I'm going to go to sleep right now. But oh my gosh, it was amazing. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Hey, I'm Decimal. This is day 2 of Superbooth. We're gonna go check out Soma's booth, so let's go and play some weird synths. Now we're gonna go check out Reliq, and I'm so excited what they're going to show us. Let's go. You want to just introduce yourself really quickly?
Sure, I'm Kyriakos from Reliq, and this is our first product. It's still in alpha stage, and I will be happy to show you what's the concept behind.
Amazing, yeah. So I'll have some few questions about it, but do you want to give just like an overview, an introduction to it?
Sure, of course. So this is alpha version. We call it the hybrid control surface. It comes together with this breakout module that can be either in its own case or connected to any Eurorack power supply and Eurorack case. The first 16, we have 16 ins and 16 outs here at the beginning, and we can connect any kind of audio signal or CV signal, line level, Eurorack level, it doesn't matter. Then on the first page of Reliq here, we have a matrix mixer where I can, for example, connect the Morgasmatron to the reverb or the Morgasmatron to the delay, so on and so forth. But I can also change the routing, so how the cables are connected in the Eurorack in real time, without listening any audible clicks. Yeah. And this gives us the possibility on the sequencer page, on the last track, to have a matrix sequencer. This works like a normal sequencer, but instead of having a pitch and velocity per event, we can have a different routing, so a different connection of audio. So this is routing 0, this is routing 9, and so forth, so on and so forth. So now that I open the filter, you can listen like the signal from chords going to reverbs, delays, and other. At the same time, we have 32 control voltages, 16 gates, 3 MIDI out, 1 MIDI in, 1 USB MIDI, and 1 USB host. All of the USB connections are USB-C.
Yes.
And here we have 16 tracks of advanced sequencer. Each track can be Euclidean, polyrhythms, polymeters, step sequencer, so on and so forth. The track can be assigned to any control voltage out, gate, or MIDI, or USB. So here we have the landing page of the track, but we can also zoom in. So when I zoom in, I enter into piano roll mode, where I can enter a note. And for now, I can change the beats with an encoder, but our plan for the next weeks is to transform the whole grid into a piano roll. So the first row will be C0, D1, so on and so forth. And
I have a quick question about this. If I wanted to do a chord, how do I add another note and like stack them?
That is a great question. So our plan is to have several voices per track, an 8-voice polyphony. At the moment, that's not fully implemented, and we want to achieve that by having the grid as a piano roll. So if you enter like this 5 buttons here, you have like a quarter of a C0, and then if you do this, you also have a quarter of.
Is there any plans to have like a chromatic, or you could change, like, let's say the notes that are on, maybe you can have them all in a certain key or chords or stuff like that?
Yeah, we're working on both chord quantizers and scale quantizers. So it will be possible to quantize or fold your pitch to anything, but the same goes for velocity. So you will be able to draw your velocity over time, duration, probability, trigger, micro time, CC number, and CC value. We're also working on clips, so you can store this as a pattern, and then you can have follow-up actions, so play this for 4 bars, then to the other one, and the note mode where you can perform. The first 127 buttons are going to be pitch, either in chord mode, scale mode, and the next 127 are going to be macros, velocity, aftertouch, mode wheel, whatever you might like.
Is there the possibility to have it split? So let's say the grid goes like this, and then it continues on a split level. Do you know what I mean? Like instead of having your sequence like this, you almost like have a longer sequence. So it's like instead of maybe this is like 4/4, you can have like 8. So it goes like this, and then it continues down here.
At the moment, we haven't investigated this, but we're working with the fold function. So how does this work? If you see right now I'm on track 12 here, and this goes on 32 divisions. On the grid. So if I press the zoom button here, I fold out and I see the full bar on 16. But I can also scroll with this encoder, but this encoder is also a joystick. So if I click it on the right, I go to the next page. If I click it on the left, I go to the previous page.
Wow.
We also have an LFO and an enveloper track. The plan for this is that you will be able to draw your own wavelet. At the moment, we have loaded 100 waveforms here in which you can morph. In between its waveform. Same goes for envelopes. Both LFO and envelopes can be outputted in audible rate up to 25 Hz through control voltage, or they can be used to control MIDI CC or maybe through USB. We're also having a DAW integration.
Oh, wow.
How does this work is that it's a simple USB-C connection. It synchronizes with your DAW. At the moment, we are running Ableton Live. This is an early version of it, but we are able to get the colors of the clips, the name of the tracks, and also interfaces. And the LEDs are monochrome at the moment, but we're going to tune this to have the same color code as on the screen.
Yep.
You can trigger loops, record arm solo, and when you play press and stop, everything is stopping and playing at the same time, being absolutely synchronized. So the main concept behind all this is that regardless of what kind of equipment you're using, digital synthesizers, drum machines, sequencers, Eurorack or computers, you have a centralized surface which you can control everything with the same way and on the same workflow.
Yeah. And my other question is that what's the, is there going to be a like computer program interface that can connect to this for maybe increased customizations? I don't know.
Okay, so that's a very good question. Actually, we're working on an audio unit and the VST plugin that you can plug in any DAW as a host. This will have bidirectional control between Reliq and the DAW, recalling settings, naming things, dropping presets. But we're also working on an iOS app. So this is Wi-Fi enabled.
Yeah.
And you can have like an iPad or an iPhone. And you can control it remotely, but our main purpose for this is to make navigation and preset a bit easier, so for naming tracks or for saving something and even sharing it with other people.
Wow, awesome. I guess my only last question is, what's the timeline of it? I know it's in alpha right now. Of course, it's still, you're still testing it out and still working out things. Do you guys have like a timeline for it?
Well, we don't want to give any false promises at the moment, and things are changing rapidly regarding manufacturing and logistics. We have a timeline at the moment, but we want to share and start actual pre-orders when we have an actual shipping date from the factory.
Okay.
So, yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, no, I think that's really awesome. I'll definitely stay tuned, and thank you very much for showing me around. This is an amazing product. It's also something that is like almost a gap in the market. There's something that isn't there that you guys are filling in and doing something really unique. So I think it's awesome, and can't wait to see what you guys do with it.
Thank you very much for this.
Awesome.
Have a great show.
Cheers. Let's go check out Elektron.
Hey, it's Decimal, and today I'm going to the Elektron booth to try out the new analog heat effects, but I brought my own tapes that I got in Japan. They're old karaoke tapes I found at a secondhand store, and I can't wait to mangle them. Let's do it. Now let's try out the analog heat with other instruments. Let's go.
Time to go check out Bastl. Next stop, Oberheim, Sequential. Let's go. Let's go check out what Vermona is up to. The Slovak squatting. Let's go check out the Swiss Museum of Electronic Music and see what they have going on.
Mostly from one person. He's not like a rich guy or a producer. He's just a go-to guy if you wanted to unload a bunch of your gear that you would buy everywhere. Somehow it ended up from the UK into the basement.
Let's go check out Mystic Circuits. Let's check out the Texture Lab by Sonicware. Let's go check out Waldorf.
I'm Roland from Reliq Instruments. I'm the founder of the company. It's a new brand. We are working on this product since the last 3 years. We are a French company, but we have also an office in Berlin. And the first product is named Wofi. So it's a sample-based synthesizer in a small form factor. And the goal is to simplify the workflow and add some cool feature. So maybe I can show you a quick demonstration?
Yeah, of course, let's do it.
Okay, so as I say, it's a sample-based synthesizer, but it looks like a virtual analog with one button, one function to simplify the workflow. So now we have loaded it with a very simple sample, and we can add some texture using the texturer. So the texturer is a granular shimmer, and you can add some grain, and you can change the size of the grain.
Oh, nice.
The depth. We have one envelope that you can assign on the filter and both. We have one LFO that you can assign on any parameter you want, just clicking on learn and choose the parameter. So now it's affected to the cutoff.
I really like that UI.
Thank you.
That's really interesting. Wow. Nice. I have a question about presets. Can you load presets and do you have a bank of them?
Sure.
Awesome.
And we have super speed flash in it, so you can switch from one to another one.
That's one thing I noticed. That was very fast.
It's really fast.
Holy. No lag at all.
At all.
Wow.
So yes, we have presets, and
you can you just do this and
yes,
and press down. Okay.
Like this.
Wow.
Awesome. So I can demonstrate the sequencer too. So we have a 16-step sequencer.
Yeah.
So I put it in edit mode. So I put a sequence on it.
Yeah. Nice.
And you can squeeze some sequence, change the tempo. And we also have tap tempo.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So I put it back, and you can change the start and stop in the sequence.
Oh, yeah.
And we can also make some sequence with parameters.
Wow. It's amazing.
And you can transpose it?
Yeah. And I guess you can also use this as a controller for other synths as well.
Sure.
Yes.
We have a full MIDI implementation. In terms of connectivity, we have line in, line out, headphones, MIDI with real MIDI. And we have CV gate in and out.
Nice.
And we have sync in and out, USB, MIDI over USB, and it works on battery. So it works on battery, it's battery powered. You can use it anywhere you want.
How's the battery life?
4 hours.
4 hours, okay, nice.
And I have another feature I need to demonstrate.
Yes.
So we have emulation of old samplers. So now we are in clean mode, but I can put it in like vintage Japanese stuff, and you can add some glitches. So this is the aftertouch.
Oh yeah, wow.
So I can configure the aftertouch. I can choose the aftertouch on the pitch too.
Yeah.
Or I can deactivate the aftertouch.
So I also saw there was on that menu there was connectivity.
Yeah, because this machine is connected to the internet.
Oh, okay, nice.
We developed a cloud platform for this, where you can exchange your presets. You can share your presets, and we will add new content every month.
Wow.
Like new model of machines, some sample, and fix for the firmware and new features.
Is there the possibility for user uploaded content? So can people upload their own stuff?
Sure, it's made for this.
Wow.
And you can, but it's made for this, but it's not mandatory. If you doesn't want to use the cloud platform, you can use it locally. You can use this memory card with super fast flash on it, and you can use it looks like retro gaming stuff.
Where does it plug in? Oh, USB, right?
Yeah. No, it works like this.
Oh, wow.
We have a slot over there, and it works like this. So you can use it. You can transfer your file using USB and CZX.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. But the main feature is using the cloud, because you just have to drag and drop, and boom, it's synchronized. It works like iCloud.
Yeah.
And you can back up your stuff. Like if you are on tour, someone steal your machine, you just grab another machine, log into your account, and boom, you have all your content on the machine.
That's very awesome.
And we have an embedded microphone where you can sample your voice or other stuff. So you just choose the root note.
And it's chromatic.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
can show you. And we have 10 voices of polyphony. With my voice.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And with the same sound, exact the same sample,
Yeah.
I can do very different things. Like you can put it in reverse, in boomerang. I can show you with a short sample. It will be more explicit. So, reverse. Boomerang. You can also speak like Morphe. And with the stretch.
Wow, this is super impressive. I guess my only other question really, what's the availability like?
So it will be released in Kickstarter in October.
Okay.
The price on Kickstarter will be €600,
Okay.
tax included.
Okay.
And for the early birds, we will give away the plug-in version of the texturer. We have developed a plug-in version with the texturer. We'll give away for the early birds plug-in 2. And the plugin will be 29 on the Kickstarter, and then on the market the machine will be 800.
Okay.
And the plugin 49.
Okay. So the Kickstarter starts in October.
October.
Okay. You hear that, guys? October there'll be a Kickstarter. I'll definitely keep my eye on
It's very
this.
important. You can register on our newsletter on kiviakinstruments.com or use it on Instagram to keep in touch.
Amazing. Wow. I am blown away by this.
Thank you very much.
Super impressive, and thank you for talking to me.
Thank you. Bye.
Time to go check out Melbourne Instruments. They got something awesome.
past we had a project called Pandemic Robot Orchestra where we were making different kind of robots for different kind of instruments. This is just one of them. We also have different sort of robots for viola, violins, this kind of imitating bow robots. But it's mechanical part. It's a software. We have an AI model, IoT platform, some other apps, and all together they're aggregating the data from different sensors. It can be sensors like this. Maybe this one's on.
I heard it does like humidity and stuff like that, correct?
It does light, noise, accelerometer, buttons. It's just for an example. I can later, with the free hand, set up another one to show. Or it can be also an app, which I actually have. We were making an example app like this, simple pad controller. This all goes to the platform using different pipelines. Like here, you can normalize your data, sensors data, like saying, for example, noise can be between 0 and 200, and you can normalize it to make a MIDI range. As well, you can generate different. Using this pipeline, you can generate progressions or just some stable notes like that. As well, you can connect it into that AI. So you have here densities and gammas, which can be also controlled by the sensors. And that all, in the end, produces either some normal progressions or some AI-generated music, which can be changing the mood or intensity or speed, BPM, depending on your values.
Is this done through a university? Is it like an art project? Like, what's the philosophy and the idea behind this technology and project in general?
So with the Robot Orchestra, it was a university project and kind of having fun during pandemic because we wanted to do something which can be done remote and with music and with robots. It's just like idea that is done. With the other stuff, we are in Infinity Devices. We are first of all IoT startup. We have our own IoT platform, so we are constantly looking for different applications we can do. Also happens so that our CEO and our CFO, I don't know, and a lot of other guys are anyhow into music, one way or another, because some of the professional musicians, some like me, I just have it as a hobby. And we were thinking like what we can do in the music field, and just come up with such an idea of, for example, like an interactive concert, since we have professional musicians here and electronic musicians, just because it's a kind of use case for this. You can give this kind of terminals or an app to your listeners and have some bass line going, for example, on the back. And if your audience is more active, you can make an interactivity, make the bass line go faster or higher or something like that. So that was just an idea because we have guys who are doing concerts and an application.
So I think the idea is that you can transfer this technology onto other devices and other instruments in the future. Is that sort of an idea?
It's also in general, IoT is, as Bruno says, IoT is the eyes of AI. So in general, it's just as many applications you can think of. It's just one of them. Music is just beautiful. It's very easy to understand because you don't need anything special. You just hear it. That's why, we're transferring the physical world into. We're connecting physical world with the AI in as many ways we can. One of them is robots, for example, or our IoT platform.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Really appreciate it. Thanks.
Anytime.
So if you want to just briefly introduce yourself and show me what this is all about.
Yeah, hello, I'm Fred from Analog Sweden. And this is the Analog Sweden Swedish Energizer. So it's based on the Organ Systems Energizer, which was a UK synthesizer from the mid-90s. So that one wasn't manufactured in many units, so we picked up one in about 2019, and then it had become pretty popular in sort of niche techno circuits, and people started using it and went up in price. So I thought it was the right time to maybe make a clone out of it. And this is where we are today. So we reversed engineered it, and this is the original part of it, which is one oscillator multi-mode synth with 3 envelopes, and just lots of routing possibilities. And then we added this extra part, which is the expander part. And this was available only as a header inside in the original unit. So probably they wanted to make something in the future, but they never did it. So we documented what it was, because it's not available, no documentation available anywhere. So basically you have all the inputs and outputs for sound and CV, and also we have added gate boosters, so you can trigger it using Eurorack. Also MIDI CV, 5-pin input on the back, so you can use it with MIDI. Not available in the original either, and an added noise circuit as well.
I really like this too. It's beautiful.
I just wanted to make like a visual representation that it's actually expanded compared to the original unit.
Can you play a little bit for us?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to do the typical acid stuff here.
Of course, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I think he was influenced very much by the 303 originally, but it can do so much more. But I'm going to do the acid stuff right
amazing.
now.
Do it.
It's so loud here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the attack you turn up, so.
Oh, okay. What's the availability on this?
So we have a few units available now. We sold most of the first batch.
Okay.
It's only manufactured in 50 units first batch. But yesterday we released a DIY kit also that you can get.
No way!
Yeah, so you can get it from analogsweden.com.
Does the DIY kit come with everything?
So we have a few options. Either you get the pure vanilla kit, and then you get the enclosure, all the hardware, the knobs, everything, and the boards, of course.
Yeah.
What you don't get is the components.
Okay.
You have to get them like a mouse or a cart.
Yeah.
So you have to get some extra stuff for like 100, 150 euros.
Okay.
But then there you have an option to buy the pre-built main board. And that one is tested and calibrated by us.
Okay.
Obviously a bit more expensive, but then you get everything to buy to build it.
Yeah.
So that is a little bit more expensive. So I can show you the insides also.
Yes, please.
So this is a stainless steel enclosure, UV printed, laser cut.
Oh, nice.
So here we have this is the front panel board. This is a switchboard, and this is the main board that we extended to put the MIDI CV converter. And this is all through hole. There are some SMD stuff, but you don't have to solder it. It comes all pre-soldered from us. And this is the expander part. This is what we did, what we added to this unit. So basically, and you have to do some wiring also.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is basically the whole schnitzel.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for showing me this. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it. And for the acid heads, this is like a must.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Great. See ya.
let's check out noise engineering. Hey, what's up? I'm Decimal, and here at the BoBeats Meetup, there's a lot of people here. A lot of synth nerds. I love it. Let's go and let's go say hi to some people. All right, hey Bo, what's up? By the way, the meetup is, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. It's like twice the amount than last year.
Oh, really?
So maybe next year, Superbooth will get us some drinks, some tables, you know?
3 times the amount of people, yeah. So how's Superbooth for you?
It's been really good, actually.
Yeah.
It's been really good. It's the 4th time that I'm here, like, professionally covering the event a bit, and yeah, it's just been going great.
Amazing. And is there one thing that you're really stoked about?
Yeah, I was a little worried that I wouldn't find anything that really, caught my eye. But the Erica Synth's steam pipe thing was actually, it was more beautiful and organic than I thought.
Yeah.
And it's also a form of synthesis that is a little unusual still in today's market. Like we've seen like the FM stuff, the analog revival, wavetables, now it's granular. But this one is, I think, physical modeling, which is still kind of exciting.
Yeah, that's my next question, actually. What's up with granular this year?
Yeah, granular. I don't know. Yeah, the synth cabal kind of came together and decided it. No, but it's funny. Things, life goes in cycles.
Yeah.
Things repeat themselves, and now, we've done the analog hybrid to digital. We've done that. We've seen that. So I think it's just a matter of like. Companies, especially engineers, they want to explore new things, and it just so happened to be granular this time. And I think like probably physical modeling is also like up there as something that we'll see more about.
Awesome. And I guess my last question is, what's the future for Bo? What do you have in store for us?
I guess just keep doing what I'm doing. This year I said to kind of try and stay more healthy and take better care of myself. So I'm thinking working smarter, not harder, and it's been working pretty well for Superbooth. I'm not like totally messed up after 4 days. So
and clearly you have a fan base. Clearly.
Yeah, it's not just me. Like I tried and invite other YouTubers as well, because for me, like it's really not just about me. This is definitely about the community, definitely about the people, definitely about like nerds hanging out. A lot of us, myself included, we don't have this sort of community at home.
Yeah.
So I think that's the joy of being here.
Amazing. That's it. Thank you very much, Bo.
No problem.
Thank you for your time. Hey, what's up? It's Decimal from, I'm in Superbooth right now, Berlin, and I'm here with Cuckoo. How is it going, man?
Hey, all is fine with me. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I just found out recently, you went to almost every Superbooth?
Yes, I did. Even when it started out at Funkhaus Berlin, it was a very different vibe.
Yeah, I wanted to say, since you've been to all the Superbooths, what's the difference between then and now?
It's been growing and growing, and I think this year, especially this year, I think everything coming out is so incredibly good. It's like high quality all over, and I think one key factor that differentiates Superbooth from everything else is that this feels like a cultural event. It's not a trade fair, and that is really the key difference, I think, from the NAMM show or from something like that.
Yeah, like my camera person was saying that this feels like a mixture between a music festival and a trade show, and you're right, like a cultural event. Definitely has those vibes.
Yeah, and that also probably ties very much into the fact that it's the the little guys is the main attraction here. It's not the huge dragons, and that's like we're all in this together. I really like it.
Yeah, of course. And another question I have: what is with all the granular this year?
Oh, I haven't seen it, but yeah, it's fascinating technology. It's making a big comeback, it seems. Yeah.
And what are you most excited for here in Superbooth? Is there something that stands out a lot to you?
One thing that stands out this year is Udo Audio's Super Gemini. It just sounds so incredibly beautiful. I mean, it's a huge flagship synthesizer, so it's not for everyone, but it's for everyone's ears.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I noticed, I talked to the guys there, they have people constantly in and out all day, in and out all day. All right, and I guess my last question is, what's the future of Cuckoo? Do you have some more music coming? What's the deal, man?
I mean, I'm just one person, so to manage all my interests is kind of a chaos. It's like my hair. I just try to navigate on an emotional basis what I want to do. Some projects are small, some projects take just a week or a day, but then there's the longer projects like collaboration on hardware even is on them in my head, and even in talks of that. So I'm just trying to navigate through everything, and so far it's chaos, but it's going well, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I think my strength is improvising through my life.
I was gonna say your strength is the skateboard. It's fast transportation around Superbooth, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks a lot, Cuckoo. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you, man.
Pizza. All right, so I have a question. Is Superbooth ticking all the boxes?
Of course it does. I mean, in which way? It's not bad.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
No, it's not bad. No. Is there anything that you're really excited about Superbooth this year?
I found out, and I'm getting all patriotic about this. I found out about an Austrian synth company.
Oh.
And it's called Majella Synth.
Yes.
And it's crazy. There is an editor for that. It's VA with samples and everything in the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And these guys reprogrammed Ableton Live as a control surface on the software realm for that thing.
That's crazy.
It's over there in the bungalow thingy.
So is there going to be an episode on them?
I don't think so. But it's funny because I didn't even know there's an Austrian synth company, and now I meet them over there.
Yeah, you got to represent them straight up.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they want this. I will be over there for a jam today, but not for a bad year.
Yeah. And so my other question is, yes, you're excited about this Austrian synth company, but is there something like a unit that you're really excited about that surprised you maybe?
I tried the Schmidt synth yesterday.
Okay.
And this is crazy. I mean, that thing is $25,000. And it's got more oscillators than I have brain cells, and it's all analog, and it's all the best. And it's weird, and the guy working on it and presenting it really knows it in and out, and it's like old school German synth engineering at its best.
Yeah. And I guess my other question is, okay, so your videos are great, and how do you keep so consistent? It's crazy.
It's stone cold, razor sharp, relentless pressure. It's just like, I know that I'm screwed if I don't put something out on Friday, so I put out stuff. I had like a regular job before, and I was not productive at all. It's just knowing that something has to be out on Friday, so this gives me the energy and the pressure to put out stuff.
And what was your most painful episode, do you think? Or one that was really challenging to do?
It's usual. That's hard to say. I mean, there are things that are challenging from a technical point of view. For example, I already talked about the D1 Tempera Roland, which is some kind of 80s rack unit with thousands of parameters and really complex. And this is, of course, something you have to get the mindset for. But usually stuff that just doesn't work. Stuff that isn't finished in a way. Like, for example, that one Casio groove box that looked like the Millennium Falcon. This brought me close to tears. Because it was just so underpowered, and it just didn't work, and it was not finished, and it sounded like crap. And this is stuff that usually
Now, because of the content you do, have you been getting any, I don't know, dirty looks here, or has everyone been really supportive? I don't know.
I don't want to do the laundry in front of the camera, but there's one brand who was not amused. Let's put it this way.
Fair enough. Well, I just want to thank you very much. And
Pleasure's all mine.
dude, your videos are so good. As you can tell, you've been approached a lot here at Superbooth. So, is this your first Superbooth?
It's my first Superbooth, yes, because I started during the pandemic. And then I forgot about Superbooth because there were shows to put out. And this year I was able to like finish episode a little earlier and like get to Berlin. And
amazing. This is also my first Superbooth too. So our Superbooth virginity is now gone. Woo!
We've been fucked by Superbooth.
I'm Jasper from Majella Audio, and this is our Implexus synthesizer. It's a fusion between East Coast and West Coast synthesis in a single form factor. Yeah, it's a high quality instrument. We try to use a lot of high quality building materials, and also starting with the interface. We had a cooperation with a musician who's here as well, Erin from Pocket Knife Army. And yeah, maybe we should have a listen to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the thing with the Implexus is we have two kinds of worlds that are both contained in a single box. So Moog, most of people are familiar with Moog. This is more of the East Coast style, the filter. On the other hand, we have a more complex generator, which has a wave shaper on board and cascaded by a wave folder. So this sounds a bit like the wave shaper in itself was not very harsh, I would say, but or rich in overtones. But when you start to wavefold them, they become quite interesting. So we spend a lot of time getting the wave shaper and the wave folder to interact really well with each other.
I really like this here. That's really interesting how it lights up. Wow.
Yeah, we get a lot of feedback from customers who are not really experienced that it helps them as well with that modulation and to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's definitely something different you don't see very often.
No, actually, the idea come from another product we might have developed, but when we started with the synth, well, maybe we should use it for the synthesizer as well. So what's really fun if you start to modulate the controls of the complex generator as well with, for instance, an LFO. You get kind of like a filter sound, but that's not really a filter because we're not using the filter. The LFOs can be synced or in free running mode, and when they're synced, they can be synced to top tempo, MIDI clock, or external input. They have syncable options, and when you use different divisions, you get really rhythmic stuff going on. So now we're doing both at LFO1, and when I switch this to LFO2, get a bit like a groove going on. Actually, when we first had the idea, it was like, should we build a synth without a filter?
Oh,
but
really?
Then we started to develop, and wave folders can be a bit rough.
Yeah.
Also, especially in the high end. So the filter was still put on there, but that's also why it doesn't have the LEDs, because we don't want to attract people too much to the filter.
I also noticed too there's a bit of a mixer happening over here.
Yeah, so we've been listening actually just to one oscillator. The basic generator can also be used to modulate the wave folder, create even more harmonics. So these come here, but you can mix, for instance, we have actually a sub oscillator as well. So the mixer contains of the complex generator, the sub oscillator, which is an octave below the complex generator. It's a square wave, and the bass generator, of course. Those are mixed, go through the filter, and then there's also a delay on there, which is a digital delay, but it's emulating a tape echo on both channels.
Can we hear a bit of the delay?
Yeah, sure. So So it can also be synced, but also in free mode. In free mode it can go up to like... So really short.
Nice.
Or the maximum delay time is 1 second in free mode, and it's syncable to the top tempo as well. Yeah, so we also have some Eurorack connectivity on the back.
Yeah.
You can also patch it into itself. So for instance, LFO2 has an output, so you can put it into the pitch of basic generator to create more random pitches or other stuff. The envelopes are also analog, except actually the whole instrument's analog except for the LFOs and the delay.
Is the filter analog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's a 12 dB OTA based, and it's not really steep, but it has a quite nice sound. And there's also a little handy feature, a guitar style tuner.
Oh!
Because it's analog, right? So when you put it in the top mode, it will show the pitch of the complex generator, and then you can tune it to an A. And if you go down, it will show, if it's too high, it will blink. If you press the A note, you can tune it. Now we have 2 A notes.
Wow.
It's not really precise at the high end, but it's, as you can hear, it's still, both are in tune.
Awesome, awesome.
So
Very
yeah,
cool.
that's a bit in a nutshell what it is.
I think I got a lot of information from that. I guess my only question is, what's the availability for it?
Currently we're sold out at the moment because also of the part shortage.
Okay.
I think you've heard that before. But I'm working on a next batch, and I hope it will be available again in September. And there are some shops which already said that they would buy if there's more available in the near future.
Yeah, and where can people get their hands on this?
Most stores in Europe and also in America, but they're also very welcome to order directly with us. So yeah, that's
Alrighty,
yeah,
well, thank you very much. I'm going to probably toy around a little bit with it, but it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
And thank you for showing me. This is a really awesome product.
Thank you so much.
Check the volume. Yeah, it's okay? Yeah.